top-level talent, 5-star talent. How about number 1 running back Zach Evans going to be taking his talents to the SEC, as is number 1 tight end Darnell Washington, all 6'7", 260 pounds of him. He's a specimen competing today. And the number 1 player in the ESPN 300, future Ohio State Buckeye wideout Julian Fleming, taking part as well. All gathered here at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex at Walt Disney World. This is the Under Armour All-America Skills Challenge. Team Savage facing Team Pressure. And it's a new format this year. We've got 4 events, and the winners of each of those first 4 events qualify for the Speed Empire competition, sort of a final team relay, and the winning team there wins the coin toss for the Under Armour All-America game. That's a lot of work that goes into it. It's essentially a 50-50 proposition of heads or tails, but it's a lot of fun for us. Also some bragging rights. Matt Schick along with ESPN's Craig Hubbard. We're going to see a lot of different skills on display, but they all seem to translate into the sport of football.
That's right, partner. We're not going to see the game of football played, but very easily a line can be drawn from what we're going to see over the next hour to what is needed to be successful on the football field. Speed, explosiveness, agility. Those are the type of traits that are needed to be great football players, and those are exactly the traits that are going to be needed today to be able to weave through these obstacle courses and win.
It's going to be a lot of fun for them and very fun for us to watch here from our nice, comfy studio along the sidelines. Matt Schick along with Craig Hubbard, and here are your participants for Team Pressure. You can see the names, you can see the positions, and where they are headed. Big 12, ACC, SEC, Demore Tate. We got some speedsters, we got some track stars, multi-sport athletes taking part in this. That is Team Pressure. For Team Savage, Haynes King plays some basketball, runs some track, throws some discus, and we'll get to see him chuck the football. The future Texas A&M quarterback Ashford, Fleming, Corum, Bigsby, Birch, Tyree as well, going to head to Notre Dame. We head down on the field to Rini and Goli with a couple of the participants.
I'm here with Julian Fleming, Team Savage, Darnell Washington, Team Pressure. Little skills competition, guys. It's for fun, but listen, some bragging rights, got some nice trophies. And when we get to the team competition of it, the winning team wins the coin flip for Thursday night. So a little bit riding on this today. How you feel? Any predictions, Julian?
A little bit sore. I'm not going to make any predictions because, we don't need to talk. We'll let the competition do the talking.
All right, and now Darnell, 6'8", 250. We know your size, 7'3" wingspan. Some of these obstacles, we've got to get low. Well, did you practice at all? You got, a little plan going into it?
I'm going to dive into everything, man. We finna win, though, so I ain't even tripping.
Well, there you go. Pressure says you win. Savage, what do you think?
It's cool. He can still talk. Like I said, we don't need to talk. We'll just let the competition do its talk, and whatever happens, happens.
All right, let's get it on. Let's have some fun. Skills challenge.
All right, we got some trash talk. We'll see who's got the game. We begin with the quarterback dropping dimes drill. Last year was kind of an accuracy and distance competition. This year, an obstacle course based on time, Craig Hubbard.
And athleticism. Dropping dimes here is very different than what it means for you. Dropping dimes is usually when you're digging in your pocket for a hard candy and some of your change falls out. This is when these are some of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the nation. They're not only asked to throw the football, but they got to do it on the move.
Hudson Card is headed to Texas. Jeff Sims is headed to Georgia Tech. These are the 2 Team Pressure participants. We'll see who can handle the pressure the best here in this quarterback dropping dimes drill. Hudson Card, 4th-rated dual-threat quarterback out of Lake Travis High School. Signed with Texas. Again, it's based on time. And they're going to first attempt to throw the ball. And a couple of early throws. If you can get the ball into the net, you'll shave a couple of seconds off your time.
Right out the gate, Matt, they're going to need to be able to show some touch on this first throw to get it into the net.
And if it hits the net, gets into the net, shave a couple seconds off your time. If it hits the piping, you shave 1 second off of your time. And here's Hudson Card.
Right out the gate, you see him on the move. You need to see a little bit of that touch there. It was off target.
Through the gauntlet.
Weaving through. Now you got to get in every rope. Talk about that agility, that quick feet.
1 second deduction if you miss a square.
Once again around now, he's going to have to throw this on the move before he lands and hits that target.
And he shaves another second off by hitting that target as well. You see that time adjust there, a -1 second for hitting that final target.
See him working through there, picking those feet up, getting them right back down on the ground, coming through. Nice job working through the ropes. And then this is the key one. You've got to get that pass off before you land, but you see the accuracy, the ability to square up those shoulders. Nice job, hit the target right in the belly.
Quarterback dropping dimes drill. Now time for Jeff Sims, formerly committed to Florida State. Now he's headed to Georgia Tech, staying in the ACC. Heard him during the walkthrough. Said, "Oh, this is an obstacle course. Like, I'm pretty clumsy. I trip on stairs, so we'll see if he can handle this." I think he was a little self-deprecation.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking. Listen, 4 of the top 5 quarterbacks in ESPN 300 rank as dual threat quarterbacks. You see that as being a part of the position, the athleticism.
See the time to beat. That does not come close there to the net.
Working through there. He's a big guy. He got skinny going through there. Not a lot of power. Now working through those ropes. We'll see if this is where he's going to trip. This is where it's going to happen. But he gets through there just as we thought he would.
Look at that time for Card. Sim's going to have a hard time beating that.
Yeah, he's kind of just gliding through it. Got a piece of the arm there. You see, he kind of like worked his way through it. Literally eased his way through that course.
I think he wanted to make sure he didn't trip.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening there. But again,
look at him getting skinny. I'm not gonna power my way through there. I'm gonna finesse my way right through there into the ropes. Listen, when it comes to evading defenders and creating second opportunities, Sims does an outstanding job. Working through obstacle course, maybe not his best fit, but Georgia Tech no longer that option offense. I think Coach Jeff Collins will be just fine with him slinging the football around from the pocket.
The Hudson Card does advance to our end of competition, Speed Empire competition, the relay race, and he will represent Team Pressure in that. And now we've got Team Savage and Haynes King, one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He's headed to Texas A&M. Robbie Ashford is headed to the Great Northwest. He has signed with Oregon. And first up is Haynes King.
I would expect Haynes to excel in this. He's maybe the best athletic quarterback here. It's a young man whose testing numbers are equal to that of Justin Fields, who had an outstanding season at Ohio State here, trying to find that touch. Nice job there. Now he's going to work his way through the bags. See, nice job kind of weaving his way through there. Getting through those ropes, picking those feet up, picking those knees, getting up, getting through there. Now we're going to see if he can be able to navigate through the bags and be able to get this throw off. He's a little bit off there. Found the touch on the first one. Could not find the accuracy on that final throw.
Doesn't get the time deduction for hitting that last one, but did shave 2 seconds off by getting it into the net. Haynes King might be the king of this event.
See right there, really nice on the line job. The first one to be able to hit it through the net there. Now he's going to come down a little bit, not able to pull it down, just right over.
There'll be taller receivers at A&M.
Exactly. But he did. He as we would expect, he navigated his way through that obstacle course very well. But talk about dual threat, dual sport now with Robbie Ashford headed to Oregon for football and baseball.
Again, the drop and dimes competition. Not the competition Craig Hubbard is used to when he's searching between the seats for exact change at the drive-thru.
Yeah, certainly a different kind. More athleticism involved here as Robbie Ashford. See if he can find that touch off target there. Going to work. This is a 6'4", 210 pounds. This is a big quarterback. See him power his way through on that one. Now the ropes. They've been able to navigate through this pretty well. Not with great quickness, but able to kind of navigate through it around here. Working through those bags, get up, see if it squares up, and once again, he's a little bit high as well. Team pressure, those two quarterbacks were able to kind of throw on the move, but for Savage, both 2 misses here. See him getting those big feet up. You see him just kind of taking his time, making sure he hits them all through.
He suffered a foot injury during his senior season, but feet look good there. Airmailed a little bit, tough on the run, but you know, when he gets to campus, someone will actually be jumping and trying to catch that football. Haynes King does advance to the Speed Empire competition. So Hudson Card and Haynes King representing their respective teams.
A Lone Star State battle. That's for those two.
Texas versus Texas A&M, part of that relay race at the end. Coming up next, an evasive speed drill featuring 2 of the best players coming to a college football campus near you.
This is brought to you by Under Armour. Protect this house. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Push button, get mortgage. And Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of.
Arian Smith dubbed the fastest man of the week, winning that competition, winning a sweet ride home from practice. We'll get to see the future Georgia Bulldog in a matter of moments later on. Team Savage, Team Pressure. This is the Under Armour All-American Skills Challenge. And time now for the Spotlight Evasive Speed Drill. Typically for me, it's the drill that I run when I'm trying to avoid my children getting to the refrigerator, but that's not the case here. You start at the horn, little lateral shuffle, catch a couple of footballs, split the dummies, do an agility drill around some cones, including a little back pedal and sprint to the mat. And we begin with Team Savage. Number 1 overall prospect in the ESPN 300, Julian Fleming, headed to Ohio State, and Blake Corum, running back, headed to Michigan. So a little Big Ten rivalry brewing right here. Julian Fleming's got his game face on. Number 1 overall prospect taking part here. He said before in our interview with Rini and Gully, he's a little sore, wasn't going to do any trash talk. We'll see if he can walk it here.
Yeah, he said he was going to let the performance do the talking here as the number 1 prospect overall in the ESPN 300. The bar is certainly set high as he's working through those bags. See how quick those feet are moving. He's got to catch one pass, turn around, catch another quickly, and he's off to the races here. He's going to work through these 3 sets of dummies. And now we're going to see if he could potentially transition to defensive back if ever needed in Columbus. See him weaving through those bags very nicely. You see the athleticism. Then we're going to have to, there you go, get lateral,
back
get
pedal.
that back pedal again, and then to finish off with that sprint. I mean, he's going to go up.
Oh, and he sticks the landing. Do you get time off?
We should make it. We should put some points in there if you can do that.
30.1 there. We'll give him minus 10 seconds on the landing.
Well, he slowed down a little bit to be able to get that, but I appreciate the way that he finished out here. You expect him to excel there. He's got soft hands, and he's actually going to probably shaved off, probably hurt himself in terms of seconds there, but wow, that is a pretty finish.
Style over substance.
Yes.
Goes against his
Everybody
game.
giving a 10 there. There we go, across the board.
He knows this is going to re-air throughout the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get that going. All right, from Ohio State to Michigan, Blake Corum, been part of Michigan's bowl practices leading up to their Citrus Bowl game against Alabama. Little speed in space for Michigan's offense, and we'll see what kind of speed he can display here in this space of the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. Again, he goes at the horn.
The guy you watch on film, he's just a football. Wow, look how quickly he moves through there. Good ball skills for a running back. He's going to work his way through those bags. See him just kind of slipping right through. Look how quick he works it. Oh, slipped though. Getting down. He's going to have to try to make up some time as he weaves his way through these bags. Now remember, we got that big finish there from Julian. He might be able to make up some time here. Working through there, backpedaling. Little slip again. He's seeing the quickness when he's running smooth, but obviously a few trips there hurt him on the ultimate time. But
something we haven't said in a while. Michigan over Ohio State. Blake Corum getting it done, and he will represent their team, Team Savage, in the final event.
He came out the gate really strong. Yeah, the way that he was able to move laterally through those bags. Good ball skills. He could certainly be a factor out of the backfield when he gets to Ann Arbor. There's a little bit of a trip, but he was able to make it up. And then going up over the top. The big finish there from Blake Corum.
So Blake Corum will join Haynes King for Team Savage in our final event in our relay competition, known as the Speed Empire competition. All right, our next matchup, that was Team Savage. Now it's time for Team Pressure. We'll see who wins out of this grouping. Zach Evans is the #1 running back, a 5-star, top 10 talent. He's headed to an SEC school, and Michael Redding III has signed with Miami, a top 40 wideout as well. We'll begin with Zach Evans.
#1 ranked running back, 5-star, a big back. This is a guy who glides. You watch him run on film, and you cannot help but make the comparison in running styles to one of the all-time greats, Eric Dickerson. I don't know if Eric Dickerson ever had to go through obstacle course. You see how quickly there he moves through that. Underrated part of Zach Evans' games is his hands, the ability to catch out of the backfield. He got a little bit of a slip there. Work through there. Now, once again, we're going to have to see that back pedal working through. They need to be able to stay low there. Another slip there. See if he can kind of navigate his way around the cones, shuffle,
Did not
the back pedal.
miss the cone.
Now we'll see there on the straightaway, long strides from the top-ranked running back, and no flare there. Just get across the finish line.
Yeah, you trip a couple of times and you just want to finish as quickly as possible, knowing there might be a deduction there. Finishes with an unofficial time of 30.
Yeah, really nice start to the competition there. We see the hands, and he was really navigating it well until some slips. And here is one right out of the back pedal, trying to transition, loses his footing a bit. And then the finish, and it's like, hey, I'm not getting fancy, I'm getting done.
Nothing fancy here. Just going to finish. And he did. Now it's time for Michael Redding III for Team Pressure. Top 35 wideout, 4-star out of IMG Academy, headed to Miami.
It's a young man who tests really well. We're talking about a 40-inch vertical, 4.3 short shuttle, 4.5, 440. Tremendous body control as a receiver. He certainly has all the tools to be able to excel. We've seen in Blake Corum and Zach Evans, slips hurt them. Blake Corum ultimately winning though. See Redding get through this clean. He's got a good chance to advance. See the hands. The last two competitors have had one slip getting through here. He's got one more to go to get through clean. He does that. Now through the bag, he's got the back pedal. Watch him drop those hips. Work through, explode, see if he can get through the slash transition clean. He does. Now to the cones. Gonna get low, get that lateral shuffle. One more back pedal into the straightaway. And we'll see that 4.5, 440.
See the time to beat. Oh.
He had it and he slowed up. I don't know if that's a good screen.
It is the wide world of sports. I think that sound might have been the agony of defeat.
He had it and he slowed up just towards the end, but we see the athleticism of Zach Evans with two slips, still able to kind of get through there. Obviously the good hands by the 4-star wide receiver. And here, working his way through the bags, a little bit high there, but it does not slip out of there. And then the straightaway, he had a chance and he slowed down just a bit, ultimately giving Zach Evans the opportunity to advance.
Thought it was going to be the thrill of victory. Instead, it's the opposite. And now, Zach Evans will represent Team Pressure in our end-of-show competition, the Speed Empire competition in the relay race.
Blake Corum, the ultimate overall winner amongst that group.
Blake Corum had the lowest time, so he's the overall winner of the Spotlight Evasive Speed Drill. And Steve Mariucci, who won this event back in 1964.
Yes. Good to see alumni coming back, yeah. GM for the Under Armour Week. He's coaching this game many years. It's still a great part of it.
Well, we've seen some great talent so far. Much more still to come. How about the big boys in the trenches? Jordan Birch, Darnell Washington, one of the top tight ends. Next. Both in college and the NFL, Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2, in the 13th annual Under Armour All-America game. We've got the Under Armour All-America Skills Challenge here, Team Savage and Team Pressure, culminating in a team relay race at the end. It is now time for the Highlight Explosive Speed Drill. You pop a sled, you grab a football, carry it through the gauntlet, go under an agility chute, through dummies, ropes, just a lot entailed here in this competition.
Yeah, we're seeing the big men used to kind of getting after the quarterback here. They're going to have to work their way through, but the explosiveness, the ability to kind of drive the sled in a few spots, as well as use the agility to navigate through some of the ropes and the obstacles.
Two of the top 25 players in the ESPN 300 class of 2020 going toe-to-toe here for Team Pressure. Darnell Washington, future SEC tight end, facing Phillip Webb, who is signed up to play for Ed Ogeron and LSU as an outside linebacker.
Darnell Washington, a 5-star tight end, nearly 6'8". If there's anything in this obstacle course that requires getting something off a top shelf, he will excel in that portion. Oh,
What about getting low? What about getting low?
That's going to be the trouble. That's going to be coming up very early in this obstacle course. We'll see how the big man navigates that. Gets the football, just powers his way through. Can he get low? Oh! Just slid through. I love it. Way to handle it, big man.
Chuck that football away. Now it's time for the ropes.
Let's do the ropes. Look how quick. Look how smooth he moves through there.
Not even tuck.
And then he's got to get. Oh, got a little bit high. He's actually going to get a penalty likely on that. And there's a big penalty on the sled as he works through there. Now can he finish? Look how much ground he eats up with each stride.
Those strides and the somersault. We'll see if he gets a penalty for not pushing that sled the entire 2 yards. Got a little too high, popping the sled for 26.4.
Hey, bro, that team pressure right now.
This is LeBron James' size.
Yes.
Like his current size today, that's what Darnell Washington is.
He easily goes through. Now this is where we would wonder how he would do. Look at him just slide on through there. That was well done. And then he was just smooth through these ropes. Look, again, remember how big we said he is, 6'7", 260. Watch how he just
Twinkle
worked his way
toes.
through. And it's there, though. He got too high. You got
He
to
almost
stay
flipped
low.
it over.
And then a little flip through the end there. What you saw there was a smooth athlete. And now you're going to see a truly explosive one in the LSU signee, Philip Webb.
Well, that's good because it's the explosive speed
There you
drill.
go. Right man for the right job. We'll see how he handles his way through this. Get that quick pop, get the football. Can he get low through that agility? A little bit of a crawl there, but keeps himself up. Working through. We saw how smoothly Darnell went through the ropes. See if Philip can do that as well with the quick feet. Gets quickly back up.
Oh, he missed
there at
two.
the
He
end.
missed
And there
two.
goes the flag, but he's able to get the sled, which is a 3-second penalty, so he's able to avoid that.
Speed
Working his way through.
Little edge rush drill there, dropping the bags in the circles, and then. Oh, not only does Darnell Washington have a better time, you see that time adjust to 2 seconds. Darnell Washington is going to advance to the end of competition, Speed Empire competition, and represent Team Pressure. Here's Philip Webb.
Yeah, working through, you see the power, just quickly drops that foot. Watch him get through this. A little bit of a different philosophy, but he was able to quickly transition, working through those bags. But as right here at the end of the ropes, he's doing a nice job, and then he just forgets the last two. Able to wasn't pretty, navigates the sled, and then we see the semi-cartwheel working his way on the finish.
That's the easiest flag that official will ever throw. Darnell Washington has the time to beat so far, but will represent Team Pressure in the Speed Empire competition at the end of our Under Armour skills competition. Now it's time for Team Savage. See who'll represent this team. You've got Tank Bigsby, running back, signed with Auburn, and Jordan Birch, planning on playing for Will Muschamp, and South Carolina 5-star defensive end. Again, the winning participant represents the team at the end of the competition, and the winning team in that end of show competition will get the football for the Under Armour All-America game. Get the ball first. Here's Tank Bigsby.
The Auburn signee, a running back by position. You see a quick, wow, he was explosive. Oh, he came out of there so fast he couldn't change directions to that second one. Now we're going to see how he goes through the ropes here.
You sure his name's Tank?
Yeah,
you sure his name's Tank?
Oh, got one flag though, missed one. Does a nice job there on the sled, and he may be nicknamed Tank, but he's got a Ferrari underneath the hood there. Look at how he goes. This is the most impressive run-through we have seen today of any competition.
The governor is out of that tank. 25.5 after the time adjust. He now has the time to beat overall. Wow.
Yeah, well, Auburn has had a need at the running back position, and this has got to have Tigers fans drooling watching the way Tank Bigsby just powered his way through this. He got so far downfield, he had a lost a little bit of ground there trying to navigate through that dummy, and then he's going to miss one here.
Yep.
But still,
drive that sled as a running back, and then the edge rush drill.
Yeah. 3rd and long, put him in there, coach.
Tank Bigsby averaged 11 yards per carry as a senior in high school, 27 touchdowns, and he might have the winning score here.
It's going to be tough for the 5-star Jordan Birch now, one of the top defensive ends in the nation, but for his high school, he also plays running back, a little bit kind of like another great defensive end from South Carolina, Daquan Bowers did back in 2008, member of the first ever Under Armour All-America class.
Jordan Birch's high school coach has played defensive end, tight end, running back, quarterback, whatever you want him to do, he can do in college.
Well, he'll need all those skills here to try to overtake Tank Bigsby, the strongest run of the day. Look at him, he's ready like a cage tiger. There he goes with the quick hit, the swim move coming through, powers his way through.
That's a tough time to beat. He's not going to be able to miss a rope if he wants a shot.
Looks like he's going to go. Yeah. He did miss one. We'll see, though, if he can overcome it. This is where he should excel, though, getting around the hoop there. This is what he does. This is where he's at the best. And now down that final straightaway.
He's chugging. Birch to the mat. Tough time to beat. That's a tough matchup.
That is.
Defensive end against running back Tank Bigsby.
We're going to, coming up there a little bit later when they face off with Darnell Washington facing Tank, it's going to be Tank versus Skyscraper. A great effort, though, here by Birch. As you mentioned, there was really no room for error, and he winds up missing one. Then to finish there, a little roll, tuck and roll to finish it off. But Tank Bigsby,
the overall winner, Tank Bigsby, with a time of 25.5
Get a drink, my young man. You earned it. That's what the gasoline there for the tank.
Got to fuel it up. He'll have some time to get ready for the Speed Empire competition. That's not the last we have seen of the tank. Up next, the Extreme Speed Drill. Oh, we've got some speedsters, future college stars straight ahead. Back here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex in Walt Disney World, Florida. This is the Under Armour All-America Skills Challenge. Time to display more skills. The Blur Extreme Speed Challenge, something that we all display when we're running late for a flight in an airport. But these guys are going to be, it's going to be about reacting to certain elements and also agility that we see here as well.
Yeah, it's not just straight line speed. It's the ability to quickly change direction, to react on the move. And we're going to have some of the supreme athletes here at the Under Armour All-America game taking part.
Arian Smith, who signed with Georgia. He is a terrific athlete and track star. Demore Tate headed to Florida State. But we begin with Arian Smith. He, along with Georgia, future Georgia track athlete Matthew Bowling. Bowling currently in Athens. They were two of the 4 members of the under 24x100 team that broke a world record over the summer. So this guy knows how to sprint.
He already won the fastest man competition during the week. He's posted a 10.3 100 meter. See him there, he had to react to the light. Took him to the right, icky shuffling through there. Looked like he might have missed one ladder there. And now just to the straightaway. And there, obviously, this is where he's going to shine. One of the fastest young men in the country.
14.6 for Arian Smith. It's a quick event, and with these guys, it's even quicker. Again, when you start, you have to react to a light. There are 2 lights. One of them flashes green. You see the green light, and you need to react and head to that cone.
And then you got to show those quick feet working through the ladder. You see there, working the icky shuffle. 1 through, he got them all there. Thought maybe he had missed one, but he hit them all. And this is it. This is where one of the track star hits that straightaway right down.
Was labeled the fastest man of the week in a little sprint 40-yard dash drill the other day here at practice. And Demore Tate now taking part from Freedom High School, headed to Florida State.
A big keep there for that new staff with the Seminoles to be able to keep him on board. A corner with his blend of length and speed, not easy to find. Talking about the 100 meter that Arian Smith posted, Demore Tate not far behind. He's been posted at 10.85 100 meter, one of the more explosive defensive backs in the 2020 class.
Here's Mike Norvell's, technically Mike Norvell's first signee there in that early signing period after Norvell was hired. Florida State was the first to offer him. Others followed suit, had a great relationship with Odell Higgins, and met Norvell, met the defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, said, yep, I'm still in. And now we'll see if he can take down Arian Smith. Again, these 2 players representing Team Pressure, and one of these 2 players will represent the team in our Speed Empire competition.
Look for that green light, it's to his left. There he is.
Got it.
Off and around. Now he's going to work his way through that ladder. The quick feet with the icky shuffle navigates that very nicely. Now he's going to take the football. We're going to see that speed on the straightaway. Right down the line.
14.7, 1/10 of a second. Arian Smith edges him out.
Talked about Tate having outstanding speed, but Arian Smith a little bit faster there on the track as well as in this competition. He's going to get through it, and it's just going to come down just to a razor's difference in time. The Florida State signee, he's really moving, but not enough to take down Arian Smith, who's already notched the fastest man award during the week and looking to add to those accolades.
Well, it would have been awkward to take away the fastest man award during the competition, so it just makes sense.
Stakes were high.
Does advance. And now we'll head to Team Savage coming up here in just a matter of moments. And all of this, of course, we had a great week at Under Armour All-America Week. It culminates in the Under Armour All-America Game, the 13th annual, Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern, ESPN2, the ESPN app. We've had 4 #1 NFL draft picks that were Under Armour All-Americans. And after that early signing period, most have announced, most have signed, some have signed and yet to announce. A few of those going to announce coming up Thursday at the Under Armour All-America Game. And a few guys we don't really know exactly where they're going to be going. 7 live announcements coming our way on ESPN2. College football programs are going to be impacted, and Daniel Ngata is one of those. You see the schools that he is choosing between, one of the best running backs in the nation. And he will be facing off against Chris Tyree, who has signed with Notre Dame. Representing Team Savage here.
Ngata, a valued prospect just because of the versatility he brings at the running back position, all skills that will help him here through this extreme speed competition. Good ball skills out of the backfield, good quickness. He's built low to the ground, got that low center of gravity here. Gets that quick light, sees it to his left, moves around. Watch those quick feet working through the ladder, gets through that nicely. Now it's about hitting that straightaway and turning on the speed, not cradling that football.
That's good speed.
It's extreme speed.
Officer good speed. 14-4 there for Daniel Ngata.
Out of Folsom High School, program that's put out some outstanding college talent. We're seeing one of the next greats from that high school, and Ngata working his way through, gets the football. Obviously, running back used to getting that handoff and then down the stretch.
Cradling it like you should.
Yeah, no, he knows there's no defenders chasing him down. But the coach in me is still like, cradle it, cradle it.
He'll tuck that away at the next level. That's a tough time to beat. Here's Chris Tyree, a dynamic running back with elite speed. Good for the extreme speed drill here. Runs a 4.37 40.
If anybody can overtake it, is certainly Chris Tyree. Now on the Under Armour Camp Series throughout the spring, the Notre Dame signee actually posted the fastest 40 time of any camper throughout the entire series, a 4.49, which Matt was laser to laser, no handheld, no error, a true 4.49 So this young man can fly. Now it's all going to be dependent right out the gate here, where he gets that green light, how quick he can react and change direction.
Ngata got an early light.
Did not see there.
Wow. Oh, he knew it. He can tell the future.
That's even more impressive. He knew where it was going to go, and now he's not cradling it either. He's just heading for the speed.
He's got it. Wow. 13.9.
He's so fast he beat the light. That is outstanding.
He can run at the speed of light.
Wow. Watch it. He's already there. It's already and there it goes. There it goes. You just follow my lead, guys. I'll show you where it goes. And then this is obviously no shock here to see him get down that straightaway.
Would have been really awkward if the other light lit up as he was already around.
Well, it would have cost him, to say the least.
Yeah, you think? The smart guy. He took AP Calculus in his senior year, headed to Notre Dame. He knew where that light was going to be, and now he wins this competition 13.9, and he is going to represent Team Savage.
I cannot wait to see him and Arian Smith square off.
Let's go down to Rini.
All right, we were with the winner of the Blur Extreme Speed Drill, Chris Tyree, headed to Notre Dame, right? think those fans are going to be pretty happy with what they just saw there. By the way, you took down Arian Smith, who was the fastest man of the underarm. Not anymore. You just did it.
Well, it's a blessing to be here, first of all. But once again, it's just a great experience, being out here with the best players in the country. I'm just blessed to be able to represent where I'm from, Richmond, Virginia, and show out.
Now, the guys were pretty excited up there. They said you kind of knew which way that light was going to go. Did you kind of take a shot at it and go left and got it right?
I guess so. I mean, I just saw the light where it went, so that's where I went. So.
All right, get some rest. Now you got the team drill coming up next.
I do?
You got to go one more with the team.
All right.
Let's do it. Good job.
Right. Yeah, it's the good news, bad news. You won and you get to exercise more. It's coming up next, the Speed Empire competition. The winners of all the events representing their teams in a relay race. 15th annual Under Armour All-America Game. Those are some of the best football players. How about some of the best volleyball players in the country? Under Armour All-America Volleyball Game being played in Orlando during the same week. Congratulations to those girls. They're here to cheer on the guys for one more event, the Speed Empire competition. We need someone to demonstrate it. How about you, Rini?
So this is Speed Empire. This is the skills challenge. This is the 5th event. It's a team event. 4 players from each team will go. Now, the significance is the winning team wins the coin toss. So this is for something here, for game time Thursday night. So it's a 4-team event, or 4-player event, I should say, but I'm doing 3 of the 4, and I think because I must have made my producer mad, so he wants to see this 48-year-old body go. So the quarterback's going to throw me the ball in a second, and I'm going to go through 3 legs and kind of talk you through it. So here we go.
Ready? Francisco,
now,
ready?
the quarterback needs to hit the dummy with the football, and then once he does that, he has to get it in the basket. So he has to do both things. Clock is running. He's going again to get it in the basket. Nice, second shot. Now he's got to throw it to me. I have to catch it, so we got a little pressure on me. I'm going to use my body. Now I got to come through here with ball security. Now you don't want a sniper here. You got to have the foot in everyone, and I'm already out of shape. In through here, in and around, little dip. Now this is where I would hand off to someone, but I have to flip this enormously large and heavy tire. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, get out of here. Now I'm gonna go through here a little bit. Got a little zigzag here, little under again. No cleats, mind you, I just have my Under Armour sneakers on. Now I would give another teammate here, and here we go. Stay under, little around, little scoop and score here. Let's go. Hopefully this mic's okay. We're in. And we're done. Now that would have been 4 players, but it was just me. So there you go.
Well done, Rini, for showing us how it's done.
Why is he breathing so heavy?
It seemed very easy.
Yeah.
I love the excuses along the way. I don't have the cleats. Well done. These are the participants card. Michael Redding III subbing in for Zach Evans. We're starting to cramp up a little bit, so he backed out. Redding is in. Darnell Washington, Arian Smith. These are the winners of the previous events. King, Corum, Bigsby, and Tyree. Again, the winning team gets the kickoff, gets the opening kickoff for the Under Armour All-America game. We'll get the ball first. So, who has the football first? We start with Hudson Card from Texas. This is, again, a relay race.
Now, for the quarterbacks in the drop and dimes portion of this, they had to use their athleticism. Now, strictly, it's all about their arm. He did not hit this during the dropping dimes portion.
Got to get it in there.
Still struggling to find that touch there. A little bit too much on it. He's hitting it. There you go. He got it. Now he's got to get the completion here to Redding.
Michael Redding III headed to Miami. Now heading to the ropes course. Got to hit them all.
Outstanding overall athlete, working himself through here very nicely, weaving around the bags. And now
Darnell Washington gets the tag. 250-pound tire, 2 flips. There he goes.
This is not easy. Getting underneath those, this is not the same as it was for Rini. This is getting through there, navigating around. There we go.
I think he would have chosen a different order.
Yeah.
And then he tags, and here's Arian Smith.
And this is all about, this is it, the straightaway Arian Smith versus Chris Tyree. Boom. Nice job there from the speedster.
46 for the team time. That is the team to beat. Again, the quarterbacks are really going to determine a lot of what happens here in terms of who wins. And it took Hudson Card a few throws to get it into the net.
He finally did, Aaron. That third attempt gets it through there into the net. Now it was Michael Redding working through. They did a really nice job kind of working through the ropes. Then he had to turn it over to Darnell Washington to flip that tire. Look at Darnell. He was getting ready. This is easy for the big man. Just tossing that around. Yeah, that was easy. Trying to get under those big things, those little things, not so easy.
Half his height.
Yeah.
And then Arian Smith, track star, headed to Georgia, heads to the mat, and it's 46.4 seconds is the time to beat. So that's Team Pressure, Team Savage, and Haynes King coming up next. Can they beat 46-4 and get the ball first in the Under Armour All-America game? Answer next.
Is brought to you by Popeyes. Get free delivery on any order you make through the Popeyes app.
This is the Under Armour All-America Skills Challenge, leading up to the Under Armour All-America game coming up on Thursday on ESPN2 or at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex in Walt Disney World, Florida. Again, the Speed Empire competition. We've already seen Card, Redding, Washington, and Smith go with a time of 46.4. We'll see if Haynes King, Blake Corum from Michigan, Tank Bigsby from Auburn, Chris Tyree from Team Savage. He's headed to Notre Dame to see if they can beat that time. The winning team gets the football first in the Under Armour All-American game. We saw Hudson Card, who's headed to Texas, miss the net a few times. That hurt their team early on. Here's Haynes King. So we got a Texas. Now we've got a Texas A&M. Who says these teams can't play each other anymore? Haynes King hits the dummy. Now he's got to get it into the net. And does. That's
going to be big for them. Right now off to Corum. A quick Michigan running back signee. Tripped up on the ropes. That's going to cost him some.
Might have missed 2 squares there.
Now he's got to turn over to Tank Bigsby. Now Tank Bigsby had one of the more impressive runs in the prelims, working his way through so quick.
A little easier than
smooth.
Darnell Washington to get under those.
He's about a foot closer to the ground. There we go. Nice and weaving through. He is so explosive. Now the handoff.
They got plenty of time here.
Chris Tyree.
Oh, he looks at the time. He's going to do a little slide for the win. Even with the time adjust, Team Savage.
Decisive victory for
by
Team Savage.
5 full seconds.
It all started off with the nice throwing from Haynes King. The Texas A&M early enrollee hit that, and then he was able to nail this on the first try during the dropping dimes prelim, and then did it again and really just gave his team the ability to get off to a fast start. And even there with Blake Corum struggling a bit to navigate through the ropes this time around. And Tank Bigsby, a guy named Tank's got to flip a tire pretty easily, and he does. And then just watch how quick and explosive he is, weaving his way through. And then you hand it off to Chris Tyree, and the speedster makes it look easy. And they win really just kind of in a landslide there.
Tank with the tire. Tyree with the slide. King with the arm. Corum with the quick feet, and Team Savage with the win.
Savage squad!
This will give them the opportunity when the game kicks off January 2nd for Team Savage to be able to start on offense and see the opportunity to potentially see all 4 of those guys on the field.
That little SEC, Big Ten, Notre Dame, all helping out. Darnell Washington trying to crash the party here.
He's trading.
Hold on, Savage. I need you guys, Savage.
He's trading teams. Let's go down to Rini and Goalie with
the winners, Team Savage. Darnell Washington, he was in here. He just took off. But Haynes King, Blake Corum, Tank Bigsby, Chris Tyree, congratulations. Great job. Now, it starts with the quarterback, Haynes. Perfect, right? 2 for 2?
Oh, yeah. You gotta aim small to miss small.
So once that happened, you guys are off to the races.
Yes, sir. For sure. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you guys this. Is this going to be, and by the way, 5 for 5, right? Savage won them all. Is it going to be 6 for 6 Thursday or what?
Hey, we 6 for 6.
6 for 6.
6 for 6.
7 and 6.
Said 6 for 6.
Hey, we up, man. We up. Team Savage, we up. We ain't worried about all that.
I don't even need to do this. Great job, guys. Congratulations. Get some rest. We'll see you Thursday night.
Rini and Goalie gave us the demo and then lets them take over the interview.
So well done. We learned that Tank can do the obstacle course better and the interview.
Yes, he can. Well done there. And again, we've seen some great athletes here. We've seen 4 number 1 overall picks as Under Armour All-Americans. 184 former Under Armour All-Americans have been drafted overall. Okay, Kyler Murray was a number 1 pick just last year, now with the Arizona Cardinals a handful of years ago. He was right back here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. Matt Schick along with Craig Hobart. This is always one of our favorite events, to see these guys. Not only we see them compete in pads throughout the week, but to see them compete in these interesting skill competitions, which certainly translate onto the football field. Do it for bragging rights, also for a coin toss.
Well, they're all talented young men with the skills to be able to succeed in football, but really what separates them from a lot of talented players is the competitive drive. Throughout the week, the skills challenge. So what do I have to do? When is that? And then when they get out here
Right.
and the cameras come on and they start competing, you see things start to ramp up, and they don't want to come in second. That's where you see that competitive drive among some of the premier prospects in the nation.
Yeah, who was it? Chris Tyree, who said, wait, I have another event to do? Yeah, he did, and they succeeded very, very well. Team Savage gets the win over Team Pressure, and they will have the ball first at the Under Armour All-America game. Final thoughts here from the week?
Well, listen, this is so exciting about the week is that we are seeing the future of college football. We just put up those notable alumni.
Yeah.
I mean, those are guys who had an impact at the college level. Now many of them in the NFL. So you're getting a glimpse of some of the guys that we're going to be talking about a lot.
All over the country. These players gathered here in Orlando will be spread all over the country beginning next season, coming to a college campus near you. Congrats to Team Savage. You get the ball first. They'll kick off Under Armour All-America game coming up Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. So long from Orlando.